Well, good morning. Glad to have you back for another story. So if you'll just take a listen, we'll get going. God proves he's real. The people of Israel had given up on God. They were worshiping Baal, a statue of a false god. But a few of God's people, including the prophet Elijah, still believed in the one true God. So Elijah suggested a showdown on Mount Carmel. The priests of Baal, 450 of them, would cut open a bowl and pile the pieces on a wood-stacked stone altar. If Baal somehow lit the fire, he was real. Elijah would do the same and see if God showed up with a match, and the people of Israel could watch to see who was real, Baal or God. The priests of Baal went first. Hour after hour, they begged Baal to show up. They prayed, they screamed and danced. They cut themselves, and nothing happened. I'm going to read a little something about that one part, they cut themselves. Did you know, why did the prophets of Baal cut themselves? Some people in the Bible times cut themselves with knives to show grief, but the prophets of the false god Baal cut themselves in an attempt to get their god's attention. So that's a little bit of information on the cutting. Elijah went next, and to make things interesting, not only did he pour water on the altar, he also dug a trench around the altar and filled that with water. Then Elijah asked God, just once, to show up and prove that God was real. In a split second, a lightning bolt sizzled downward, nearly blowing the top off Mount Carmel. The bowl vaporized. The wet wood, even the stones of the altar, exploded in a burst of blinding light and deafening thunder. There was no longer any doubt God was real. That's from 1 Kings 18. So meanwhile in your world, why don't you write a list that you use to think were real? But now that you're older, you know better. Stuff like unicorns, trolls under bridges, monsters under your bed. Monsters aren't there, honest. So just make a little list of things that you used to think were real. God is real even if you don't see him or believe in him. He's like gravity in that way. He's there whether or not you believe. Do this. Go to a window and place one hand on it. Ask God to help you see him clearly, to notice him working in the world and you. God's a great shot. He fried the altar in one try. Let's see what sort of aim you and your friends or family have. Set a trash can at least 10 feet away. Then, one at a time, flip or toss playing cards at the can to see how many you can get inside. You get 52 tries. So immediately the fire of the Lord flashed down from heaven and burned up the young bull, the wood, the stones, and the dust. It even licked up all the water in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell face down on the ground and cried out, "The Lord, he is God. Yes, the Lord is God." So decide to be a real friend to your family, friends, and God. So just think about all this and maybe read 1 Kings 18, 38 through 39. And just think about what happened. And think about how God makes himself real all the time in our lives. So you have a great week. Enjoy this summer, what's left of it before you head back to school. And I'll see you real soon. Have a good one.